Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7th episode of the Extra Time FC podcast. Today we'll be talking about PSG's game being postponed against Lens, PSG's two legs in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League against Liverpool, and PSG's battering 8-2 against Chelsea. Before we start, let's give a quick shout out to Mr. Junior for being on multiple episodes of Goals Fan Zone. Let's give him a round of applause. Give him a round of applause.
The goat.
We easy, bro.
Make it move, man.
First off, we'll start though. PSG's controversy match being postponed against Lens. Junior, what are your thoughts on it?
Listen, I think I made a video surrounding this, and I think there's two aspects of it. There's one, the actual decision itself, and on that, listen, I guess it depends, but from a lot of the PSG fans I've spoken to and whatnot, a lot of them disagree and think the game should have been played because it's not fair to Lens, so on and so forth. There's that aspect of it, and I think it is unfair for Lens and whatnot, and I fully understand if you're a Lens supporter why you're not happy with the decision. That's one. The issue I have though is all of a sudden, how is PSG the big bads in all of this? That's what I don't understand. People are going and saying PSG are cheating, PSG are doing it. Cheating. PSG cheating. What rules have PSG broken? They followed every single one of them and complied with every single one of the rules of the LFP, the rule. They're not breaking any UEFA rules and whatnot. They have the right to make a request to go and have games postponed. There's no issues with there. It's just that people don't like the fact that PSG got an advantage. And I think that that's ultimately the issue. If you're going and saying that you fundamentally just have an issue with games being postponed and teams getting advantages and whatnot, regardless, okay, fair enough. But the issue that I have is people are making it out to be coming out here going and saying, oh, this is not fair to Lens, and whatnot. I think most people don't give two flying ducks that Lens, got their game postponed. They take issue with the fact that PSG got their game postponed. They don't care the fact that Lens' game got postponed. If it was a Lens Strasbourg game for a similar scenario and whatnot, they wouldn't care. Proven by the fact that Strasbourg got their game against Brest postponed as well. Did you hear anything? No. Bodo Glimt, when they had to play the return, like Sporting had their game postponed. Did you hear anything? No. But I remember hearing everybody complaining and bitching about the fact that, PSG's game against Nantes got postponed and whatnot. So I'm saying, if you're going to go and have be angry and whatnot that games are postponed, be consistent. You can't just come, when it's PSG, now it's a big issue and whatnot. And especially to all the Prem-tards out there, gang, when Spurs did it last year, when Spurs had their game against Villa last year, ahead of their potential Europa League final, they hadn't even played the second leg in the Europa League against Bodo Glimt away. They hadn't even played it. They got their game postponed. Where were all the Premier League fans then? Where was all the hatred and the vitriol and whatnot coming against Spurs? I didn't hear anything. But of course, it's PSG. Now it's a problem. That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people are merely hypocrites on this. And that's my 2 cents on that.
No, I agree. I mean, Junior hit the nail on pretty much every single thing I was thinking about pertaining to the postponing. Yeah, people are too vocal when it comes to Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, it's been like this for however long now, whether it's we spend too much money, things like that. Anything PSG does that helps us in any way, people are going to see it as a threat, and for me as a fan of Paris Saint-Germain, I kind of just don't pay attention too much to it, because if you're going to be at the top, that's kind of what you're going to expect. I mean, I will say, if it's like, if we're versus someone like Barcelona or Real Madrid and we got a game postponed, I don't want to say we're lucky it's only Liverpool, because obviously Liverpool is still a big club, but let's say it was Barcelona, we're versus Barcelona, and the game we got our game postponed. We think this is bad. Barcelona the club, Barcelona the players, Barcelona the president, and the fans would be down our throats. So for me, I'm just kind of just ignored it. I kind of ignored the noise, because it's like, is what it is with being the best, essentially.
So yeah.
Yeah, I agree as well. I think it's kind of hypocritical of people, like Junior said, the game against Tottenham last season, the whole Strasbourg thing. But I kind of understand people's frustration, because they did technically decline it. They made a whole statement saying, no, we don't want this. And Lyon's game, the game prior to the one in the second leg against Celta Vigo, got declined. So I can understand people's frustration, but then again, it's not like Liverpool can't request the same thing. Liverpool could have been like, hey, Premier League, yeah, we won our game against Fulham postponed. They didn't do that. So they don't have any right to complain when they didn't decide to make the same decision themselves.
Yeah, I think that like the analogy I use, and maybe it's a bit far reaching and whatnot, is like it's like you, for example, complaining to your parents that, oh, you don't get any allowance money for doing your chores, and that you've got your friend Jimmy over there who does, and his parents give them. And your parents will just be like, well, I'm sorry, I'm not Jimmy's parents. If it was like, oh, your sibling and whatnot, your sister, your brother, they got an allowance and you don't, fair. But you're talking about like two different leagues. Because now, basically, I've gone and spoken to some Premier League fans who, for example, specifically going back to the Nantes game, they said, oh, it's unfair to Chelsea. So hold on. Basically, they're going and saying that PSG agreed to have the game postponed. The league agreed to have the game postponed. Nantes agreed to have the game postponed. So all three parties that were involved in that game, the leg in between the Chelsea game that PSG was meant to go and play, all three parties that were actually involved in the game were happy to go and have the game postponed. But no, a third party, Chelsea, that play in the Premier League, have nothing to do with Ligue 1. Now, because they want to have, because it's not fair for them, we have to impose that game be played. Like, the point is, if we're going to go and start having issues and you're going to go make demands that league games in other leagues be played, then what's next? Are you also going to start demanding that Ligue 1 goes back to having 38 games? What's next? Are you going to also demand that, for example, is it also fair then for Ligue 1 to go and demand that, for example, the FFP rules in the Premier League and all the leagues are consistent? Like, where do you stop? Like, ultimately, yes, of course, UEFA is the overriding governing body for all of European football, but each domestic league has the rights within themselves to go and govern themselves. Hence why teams are able to go and postpone games and do and whatnot. Hence, for example, in England here, they play over, the Christmas break and whatnot, the winter break and whatnot, whereas all the other leagues, they don't do so. That's up to England. If they want to go and do so, they have the right to go and do so. In the same vein, PSG and Ligue 1 and whatnot, and teams in the league have the right to go and to make a request. And also going back to this thing that people are making it seem as though, oh, PSG is always getting away with it. First and foremost, obviously, as we stated, Strasbourg also got their game postponed. I didn't hear anybody say about Brest. Lyon last season in their quarterfinals, I think against United, they got their games postponed. Marseille in the past have gotten their games postponed. Where was everybody then? Nobody's saying anything. And what about the fact that people are saying, oh, but PSG always benefits them? Okay, what about earlier this season, right? During the Ballon d'Or ceremony, when our game against Marseille at the Velodrome, we were meant to play on Sunday because of, forecasting issues. The game was postponed to the following Monday. PSG, obviously, because they wanted their players to be able to attend the ceremony, wanted initially the game to be postponed at a later date, but the league said no. And then PSG actually said, okay, we'll play it on the Monday, but can we play it a bit earlier in the day? So instead of playing it at like 8 p.m., which is the standard, let's play it at 3 p.m. so we can play the game, have our players go back to Paris and attend the ceremony. And you know what the league said? They said no. Where was all the outrage then? No, it's because actually, no, it doesn't advantage PSG, so you're not hearing anything. That's what I'm saying. You're just pushing agendas at this point. If you're going to have an issue with Lens and whatnot, be consistent. Also take issue when Sporting did it. Also take issue when Lyon did it. Also take issue when Spurs did it last year in the Premier League. And also take it with the Strasbourg Brest game. That's what I'm saying. If you don't care about those games, then it's just PSG. And I think that's the point, is that it's because it's PSG. It's because PSG's game got postponed. It's not because Lens games got postponed and you feel bad for them. Then, people are coming out and telling me, Lens are actually in a title race. And also, that adds me to another point. I constantly hear from, especially Prem fans and the Liga fans, so on and so forth, that, Ligue 1 is a farmers league. Nobody cares what happens in that league. Really? I mean, you seem to awfully care a lot. For a little measly farmers league game and whatnot, what difference does it make if we postpone it? That's what I'm saying. I think all these people, it's a bunch of hypocrites. It's a bunch of hypocrisy.
No, exactly. I mean, that's why I said, as a Paris Saint-Germain fan, I kind of ignore it to a certain extent, because I know how these people are thinking. I know the hates that they have for Paris Saint-Germain. As much as they don't want to say, oh yeah, we don't care about Ligue 1, things like that. We could care less about Paris, things like that. We know you care. You wouldn't be making a big fuss if you didn't. We know you care. You know what I mean? So that's why when people try and say certain things about Paris, like, I kind of just ignore it, because like I said before, if you want to be the best of the best, you kind of just have to take the stupid criticism that comes with it, even if it's completely negative and wrong and unnecessary. I just had to take it on the chin, if I'm being honest.
I mean, this is where I go and say, like, I'm low-key now starting to, these last couple of days, have come to the realization that I think I want to win the Champions League this year more than I even wanted last year. Because now, I think my feeling was, last year, the Champions League, it was for us, PSG fans, right? We suffered years of mockeries, 55 years of wait. You go to school the next day, ha ha ha, you guys got remontada, ha ha ha, this, all those years, and when it was for us. This time round, though, this is for the haters, the naysayers, the unbelievers, the doubters, All those people. That's why I want to win this one so bad. Because when PSG go back to back, if we go and do so, what are they going to go and say then? They're going to come up with these all these excuses and whatnot. I'll go and say, you know what they say, as the saying goes, what? Winners win, losers complain. That's all I'll go and say. So, listen, all these teams, give me the Prem, postpone the games, do whatever you want. PSG is still the best team in the world.
Literally, as simple as that. Like, you're so right in terms of if we dare to go back to back, we got our feel good fans Champions League last year. This year though, now we're on people's asses. This is for all the people that are just yapping. That's all they knew. It's just yap. And
honestly, I'll go and say, football for the sake of football, you better prevent PSG from winning. Because if PSG go back to back, some of the stuff I'm gonna start saying.
Oh, you're never gonna hear the end of it. The conversations.
Who gonna stop me?
Dembele is clear of Neymar. You will be hearing that.
That
is the first thing you will be hearing. You will be hearing.
Calm down.
That is the first thing.
Don't talk about Neymar like that.
PSG.
Don't talk about Neymar like that.
Vitinha is a top 3 midfielder of all time.
That would be ridiculous.
No. I'm telling you right now. If that final whistle blows and PSG win back-to-back Champions League, the first thing I'm yelling, Dembele clears Neymar. That's the first thing.
Okay. Well, no.
That's
Hold on. Pause. Respect Neymar.
That's the first thing.
Especially given
you're hearing Safanov. You're hearing Safanov is a better Russian goalkeeper than Yashin. That's what you're hearing. You're hearing Hakimi's the best right back of all time. You're hearing Patrick's the best center back in the world. Nuno Mendes is the best left back of all time. Dembele clears Mbappe. You're hearing that too. Dembele clears Neymar.
That wouldn't be clear.
Dembele clears Neymar. That's what you're hearing.
What is this Neymar slander, bro? Especially recently, you must have known that Neymar's kind of going through the ringer recently, especially here in English media, going and comparing him to Salah, Mane, Wayne Rooney.
Oh yeah, that's
criminal, bro.
He has to go to jail.
Yeah, I know.
He has to go to jail.
Oh no, the Wayne Rooney statement saying Neymar was never a top player is absolutely abysmal.
He needs to be incarcerated, bro.
Oh no, I'm also calling Luis Enrique the best manager of all time if we went back to back.
That wouldn't be ridiculous to say.
Facts.
Because that's right now. I got Jose Mourinho at 1, but
Jose's still at 1. I mean, that's his counters. But at that point, hold on. Yeah, I would say uncomfortable about Luis Enrique because that you'd think Pep has 3 Champions Leagues, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 with Barca and then 1 with City. Luis Enrique's got 2 currently. I mean, yeah, I'm saying uncomfortable conversations about Luis Enrique would have to be had. So we'll go and
Luis Enrique will be number 1, period. That's all I gotta say. And yeah, we win the Champions League this year. A lot of statements have been coming from me. Okay, let's say from the day we win and the next 3 weeks, you know how Owen was just talking about Neymar, Usman is better than Neymar, blah, blah. You'll be hearing those types of stuff from me. But just know, I'm not really Dylan right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm just riding on the high. Once I come down to earth, there'll be certain statements that I will still stand on, though. Luis Enrique could be debatable.
That would be ridiculous to say.
Factual.
And on that gets me to a point recently. I'm not sure if you guys have heard, especially here in the Premier and whatnot. There's a bunch of people trying to go and say that Kvaratskhelia wants to go to Arsenal. João Neves, this, that, and the other. Luis Enrique wants to go and leave and whatnot. Listen, I
Luis
legitimately
Enrique
don't know.
wants to go to Man United. Like, what are we talking about?
I legitimately, actually.
We are on day 5 of international break. It gets old at this point.
But I think the thing for me is listen. I actually legitimately want to know the rationale of people peddling this nonsense because this is purely Prem fans going and saying it because they've gone and used the excuse that Luis Enrique's already won everything at PSG. These Kvaras have already won everything at PSG. They want to go and test themselves elsewhere, so on and so forth. But my question is first and foremost, listen, as good as obviously PSG have done and everything we've done, it was only 1 season, right? You go and you look at people like Kvara. He's only been there for 15 months. Dewey, this is only his 2nd season. Vitinha, this is only his 4th season at the club. It's not like, they've been at PSG for 6-7 years and whatnot, and they've won, 3 Champions Leagues, won a couple. Okay, if that was the case, okay, fine, I could go and hear it. They've barely been here, and they want to go and set up a dynasty. What incentive do they have to leave on the fact that, first and foremost, it's only 1 year? And on the second point, on a sporting basis, what club currently is better than PSG? The only thing at best, anyone that would leave PSG, at best, you're making a side grade. Unless you go to a Bayern, could maybe argue at Arsenal, you're at best, you're making a side grade.
Are you upgrading if you're going to Arsenal? Like, for real?
No, I said at best, you're making a side grade. At best, a side grade. Like
yeah, because I think Bayern are the best team in the world right now. But Arsenal, they're just... I don't even know how I feel about Arsenal.
If you, let's say, 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘾𝘄𝘼 to Bayern Munich next, fine, right? But to get a new challenge, let's say because he wants to go to the best team in the world, what, you want to go win the Bundesliga, score 47 goals and assists? I mean, like, realistically, yeah. Besides Bayern, which, yeah, Bayern Munich are insane. But, like, if you're a player for Paris Saint-Germain, you know, you, like Junior was saying, you've only been there for a tiny bit of time, such a fraction of time, like such a tiny bit of time. Like you barely,
exactly.
I'm not going to say you barely done anything because you won how many trophies so far. But you want a legacy. You want to be at a club where, you know, the Real Madrid legends, the Barca legends that stayed there 15 years, 10 years. I'm sure many of those players for Paris Saint-Germain want that kind of legacy as well for a club. Who doesn't if you're a football player?
And I also think that on that legacy point, I'd love the point that you touched upon that. Is that I also think like when you're a player, you also have to think of like your personal club legacy. And that was, for example, one of the reasons why, like, obviously everybody knew that Mbappe always wanted to go to Real Madrid. But that's one of the reasons why it's like, okay, let's say Mbappe eventually he'll go win, let's say, I don't know, 2 Champions League at Real Madrid. He'll go down, okay, he'll have his 2 Champions Leagues and whatnot, but he'll never go and eclipse the legacy of a Ronaldo, of, you know, the Benzemas and whatnot, who won 5 and whatnot at the club. Whereas Dembele, you win 1 Champions League at PSG already. Look at the conversation. You're amongst the best of the club I've ever seen. Vitinha, same thing. Why would Vitinha go to Real Madrid right now currently? Sure, you can go and win, but you, like, at best, you can match what the Modric is, the Toni Kroos, all them players and whatnot. At PSG, you can make yourself staple known as the greatest ever PSG midfielder. Nobody's
right now,
close to you.
You'd probably say the greatest midfielder to like what they've done for PSG is probably Verratti. That's the argument most people would make. But like Vitinha, by the time it's all said and done, he'll probably be it by a comfortable mile. Same goes for like Hakimi. Hakimi, probably right now, Hakimi is probably the best right back.
That's right. He definitely is the best right back.
Yeah.
Who we compare, bro?
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think who our right back was before Hakimi. Like Thilo Kehrer was him. I think that's who it was.
What, Dani Alves?
And Dani Alves
was barely there.
Barely. Like that. No, like that. That's what I'm saying. It depends. Obviously, it all depends on what the players want at the end of the day. We're not living with them and not talking to them every day. But from a fan standpoint, and specifically a Paris Saint-Germain fan standpoint, like you have a club. Let's say 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘾𝘄𝘼. Let's bring him up again, right? Look at what he did in the final. Look at what he did last year. For him, if I was him, why would I want to? I want more.
Exactly.
I made history last year. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Mbappe can go Real Madrid, win 5 Champions League, fine, whatever. But for this club, what has this club in Europe, in the European competition, what has this club done realistically, right? And so now I come to this club at 19, you know what I mean? Or 19, 20, and I do something insane. Why would I now want to challenge myself and go to Real Madrid or a Premier League team? No, I want to make a statement. I want to retire as one of, or if try to be the biggest legend of this club. Ousmane Dembele, let's say he wins another 2, and let's say Mbappe wins 5 with Real Madrid. Yes, people will be like, oh, but it's 5 Champions Leagues. But Paris Saint-Germain winning another 2 to 3 Champions Leagues with Ousmane Dembele astronomically clears anything Mbappe does at Real Madrid. I promise
because of what they've done already.
In all honesty, I think if Mbappe doesn't win like a UCL or a Ballon d'Or or a Euros or like another World Cup, he'll probably go down as like the biggest wasted talent ever.
You're already talking about somebody he's already got a World Cup for one. He's got crazy goals and assist numbers and whatnot.
No, for sure. In terms of like what he's won, He should have won more by now. He should he should like if you
Yeah,
told
definitely.
if you told me in 2018 after the World Cup final in 2026 he would have no Ballon d'Or, no Champions League, no Euros, still won World Cup, I'd probably call you insane.
I don't know. I still think with Mbappe, I love Mbappe to death. So it's like I followed him in every single game pretty much he's played since Monaco, if I'm being real. Like with him, it's like it's hard. Cause let's say he retires at 37 years old and he hasn't won anything, like anything meaning by, a Ballon d'Or, a UCL, maybe even another World Cup. But he has like 900 plus GA. Like wasted time, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Of course, the expectation of Mbappe was for him to go when the new Messi and Ronaldo debate includes Mbappe every time. There's no other name that's been, talked about more than Mbappe, in terms of reaching that kind of level.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to bring in Neymar stuff like that, but that's their generation. You know what I mean?
But that is a good point though with Neymar, as in Owen. If let's say for example Mbappe doesn't win a World Cup, he doesn't win another Champions League and whatnot, but he just keeps his World Cup, is he a bigger wasted talent than Neymar?
I think Neymar was ruined by injuries.
Okay,
But like
true.
I know it's more of a hypothetical. If you put prime Neymar in this era, like he wins Ballon d'Ors multiple years. Like Neymar, it's like I guess you could compare Neymar to like Kobe Bryant, right? Kobe Bryant was overshadowed because of like he was in an era where he's stuck, like the beginning of his era, beginning of his career. Michael Jordan was still playing basketball, and then while Kobe was trying to hit his prime, LeBron James started playing basketball. So like, it's kind of like Neymar got overshadowed by Messi and Ronaldo. If Messi and Ronaldo didn't exist, Neymar would have multiple Ballon d'Ors, if you know what I mean. So I think in context, you can't really call Neymar like I would call Neymar a wasted talent because he's like 30 something, like early 30s or whatever, and he's playing in Brazil, and he's not even called up for a Brazilian national team that's not even good right now. But like prime Neymar is better than prime Mbappe. So it's like I think if Mbappe wins absolutely nothing for the rest of his career, then yeah,
So-
you'd probably call him.
So
a
if
wasted
Mbappe
talent.
goes and retires with like 900 goals, 950 goals, for
No,
for
he's
club
not a
and
bigger
country,
wasted talent than Neymar. If he retires with those type of numbers, he's not a wasted talent. You can't be a wasted talent with 950 goals.
I mean, we talk about even
If Mbappe retired today, he'd be a wasted talent.
I mean, what he's like the second top goal scorer for France.
Most assists for France. At
400
this-
plus GA already.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what's funny?
he-
One of my friends texted me today. He said, "I'm gonna read it." He said, "Not gonna lie, I don't think this is crazy. If Mbappe wins the World Cup, he's winning the Ballon d'Or, and if he does both of those, he's top 5 all time." My friend said to me today.
I mean, listen, for me, I'm saying that's not ridiculous to say.
Top
not
5
crazy.
all time.
That's
Top
not
5 all
crazy.
time.
Look,
Top 5 all time.
my point, if France
Above-
had won,
So let me Messi.
listen,
Listen. Messi, Ronaldo, Pele, Maradona, Cruyff. He's above one of those four,
first and
five.
foremost, what is Cruyff doing in the top 5? With all due respect,
R9, Zidane. Is he above
Hold
those
on.
players?
I mean, you
If
can
he,
argue.
if he has 2 World Cups,
Cruyff is a top 10 player of all time. What are we doing?
no, I'm not that, but he's in the top 5. You think Cruyff is better than Neymar?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Name one Cruyff game you watch in this.
100%.
Name me one Cruyff game. You can say, name one Cruyff game right now, because this is blasphemous, Owen.
Exactly.
This
Go
is
on.
ridiculous.
Go on, Owen.
Cruyff clears Neymar.
Which game? Name me one. Name me one.
Highlights.
game?
Highlights.
game?
Which game? Name us a game
Highlights.
then.
Just highlights.
Well, I can go and say even highlights of
Cruyff-
like R9 whatnot. I could talk a game.
What has Neymar won that Cruyff hasn't?
A Champions League. An international competition. Neymar, you can say whatever. Neymar won the Confederations Cup. Neymar won a gold medal for Brazil. Cruyff has never won anything for the Netherlands. You could
Can't
go
be
and you could
doing that,
search.
bro. Just tell me
Like
one
even just
game
as
that
an
he did.
intrinsic as a football player. Like if you're choosing,
Literally.
you have a five-a-side team.
All
Are you taking
time,
Cruyff or
Cruyff is-
Neymar?
You're picking Neymar, bro. Stop.
Cruyff has 3 Champions Leagues, by the way, with Ajax. So I'll stop you right there. Cruyff has 3 Ballon d'Ors, but I guess he's not better than Neymar.
Neymar is a better football player
3
than Cruyff.
Champions Leagues and 3 Ballon d'Ors, but Neymar's higher all the time.
So hold on. So is Benzema a better player than Neymar?
Not as an individual, no.
Hold on. Is Benzema a better player than Neymar? The same arguments.
No.
He's got what? He's got a Ballon d'Or. He's got
No.
5 Champions Leagues.
All time, Cruyff is a Benzema's a 1 season wonder. I don't care what anyone says.
Wow. Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but I do agree that people do overrate him at times.
Benzema's not better than Suarez or Lewandowski.
Fair
I
enough.
probably
But
tend to. But hold on. But if your claim is that if your claim for why you said Cruyff was better than
Okay, but
than
Cruyff
Neymar
has the numbers too.
was the trophies.
Like I didn't even know this was a conversation. Cruyff clears Neymar.
Let's look at Cruyff's numbers then. Let's look at Cruyff's numbers.
I'm looking right now.
Let me not dust them and go and see that this guy was getting barely like 15 league goals and whatnot. Back in the 70s as well.
literally, bro, what are we talking about? We're talking about 2 different generations, bro.
For their
If
time, Cruyff was better than Neymar.
So okay, the relative, but as an intrinsic football player, Neymar is better.
Sure, he's more aesthetically pleasing on the eye.
All right, let me find all-time career stats for Neymar. So I actually have pretty similar. So Cruyff in 606
Cruyff
games,
has-
345
Cruyff has-
goals.
So Cruyff has 3 Ballon d'Ors, 10 league titles, and 3 Champions Leagues, by the way. Just want to put that out there. Neymar won his UCL with the peak Barca, by the way. 1 UCL versus
And Cruyff won it with a peak Ajax.
Yeah, I hate that debate because that's like saying
Cruyff won
like,
3. Cruyff won 3 Champions Leagues and has 3 Ballon d'Ors and has 10 league
Hold on,
titles.
if you want to see, hold on. There's a difference in you saying you think Cruyff has a bigger legacy than Neymar, and then saying he's a better football player.
I
than
never
him.
said he was a better football player. That's not what I said. I said all time. Like, for example, if you watch Kevin Durant play basketball and you watch Larry Bird play basketball, you said Kevin Durant is better. But all time, Larry Bird is better. All right, Johan Cruyff is greater all time than Neymar.
Okay, then yeah, fair. But would you say so then on that argument then, what's preventing you from going and saying that Benzema is better than Neymar? Greater than Neymar. Why not? 5 Champions Leagues, a Ballon d'Or. He's also got won the Nations League with France. Then what's preventing you? If you're talking about greatness, yeah, you see that. So concede. You're
But Johan
basically
Cruyff, Johan Cruyff is it's a mile greater.
Hold on, but then I'll go like Benzema's got 4 more Champions Leagues than him. He's got a Ballon d'Or over him. Like that's not insignificant either.
But like Neymar is a by far better footballer than Benzema. Johan Cruyff was probably better as a footballer for his time than Neymar was for his time. I don't even know how this is a debate. This isn't even a debate, bro. Neymar's so overrated, bro. People think about what Neymar could have been versus what he actually was.
So in terms of all time, does Neymar even get into your top 10?
No, Neymar's not a top 10 all-time player. No.
Oh my gosh.
No, he's not better than Messi. He's not better than Ronaldo. He's not better than Pele. He's not better than Maradona. He's not better than R9. He's not better than Zidane.
Hold on, better as a player or greater?
Greater all time.
Greater.
Like all time. Better all time. Like as an individual play. Like if you watch, maybe if you watch.
As a football player, so not greatness, football player.
So
is he top 10?
You're saying throw stats out the window. You just watch them play.
Well, stats would come into play. Like for example, because there's players who have excellent stats but don't have the trophies to back it up.
Because you're confusing.
Greatness would be like your trophies, your accolades, the trophies you won, the Ballon d'Ors you won, the titles you won. That would be if you want to go and say in terms of greatness, but the better player is like, okay, who had the intangibles of like who's the better dribbler, who's the better goal scorer. But like the goal scoring, you can go and look who scored more goals, who got more assists, who's a better chance creator.
Okay, I'm talking in general, like everything included, stats, watching,
greatness,
play.
all that.
All that. That's what I include in the top. That's what I include in my like all-time players. That's why I don't have Benzema over Neymar, because like Neymar is significantly a better individual player, but Benzema's just one more. Neymar is significantly better as an individual than Benzema, like a mile. But
Okay,
but just all time, I don't have Neymar over Pele, Maradona, Messi, Ronaldo, Zidane, R9. I don't have Neymar all time over Lewandowski.
Oh!
No, that was rage bait. No, that was rage
Yeah,
bait.
yeah.
It's been a good episode, man. It's been a good episode.
No. Take that back. Take that back. Take that
That
back.
was rage bait.
Take that. Say it. Take that back. Say I take that back.
That was rage bait. That was rage bait.
That
But-
is disgusting.
That was rage. Oh my god, that was so good.
That is criminal.
Oh, I have Ronaldinho over Neymar all time, by the way.
Brother.
What?
Listen,
Okay,
respect
then you
Dino.
can-
Respect Dino.
Respect
I have
him, but, like, that's-
Ronaldinho over Neymar.
Nah,
That's not even
Hold
crazy.
on.
That's not even crazy.
Do you have? I'm trying to think. Do you have him over R9?
Neymar over R9? Absolutely not.
Okay, why?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Why in
No.
the world? Why in the
I
world
want to see. I want to see. Understand the rationale. I want to understand the rationale.
You gotta list me reasons why you would have Neymar over R9.
No, I'm just saying because if I'm assuming you'd go and you'd say that what because he's got 2 World Cups, right?
2 World Cups is a big factor.
Okay, so one of
his
his World
career
Cups
was
he-
heavily shortened by injuries.
So was Neymar's, or severely impacted by injuries. Neymar's as well.
That's literally saying, that's going back to what you were saying, Owen, of
He never won a Champions League R9, never.
bro.
Then it wasn't-
Okay,
it
World
wasn't-
Cups.
wasn't
Neymar
full
never
ins-
won a. Neymar never won a World Cup.
Okay, but then first and foremost, like we're making it seem like Ronaldo officially obviously has 2 World Cups, but on the first one in '94, he didn't play. I actually think he legitimately did not play a single game.
Well,
Like a single
Dembele
minute.
didn't play in the World Cup that we.
Dembele did play. Ronaldo, hold on. Let me Nazario, and I want to go and look at his stats in that 1994 season because I don't think he really played much at all. Let's have a look here.
So R9, 2 World Cups, 2 Ballon d'Ors.
This would have been 93, 94.
Yeah, R9, 2 World Cups, 2 Ballon d'Ors, bro.
Yeah, he was on the bench every single game. He did not make a single appearance in the 94. So basically, realistically, we're saying that what he's got 1 World Cup over him. Neymar is
he's still
the
got
all-time
He's
Brazilian.
still got 2 Ballon d'Ors. R9 still got 2 Ballon d'Ors, 97-02.
Okay, but then
That
we get on to
02, that 2002,
Hold on,
that
hold on, but then-
2002.
hold on, but then we get on-
Listen, that 2002 season from R9 clears any season Neymar ever had.
Yeah, okay. First of
What?
all, you mean
Am
the
I
2002, the 2002 season?
2002
Hold on,
R9.
the 2002 season.
R9, where he won the World Cup and the Ballon d'Or, clears any version of Neymar.
So you're talking about the same 2002 season where he played 17 games, games for an Inter.
Yeah, that same season, won the Ballon d'Or and won the World Cup. Had a crazy World Cup campaign.
That's it though. So because of the 8 games in the World Cup, that season clears anything he's done.
Yep.
So clears 17-18 Neymar, who statistically on who scored, Sofa score, fought mob, whatever you want to go and you look at it, had the most 10 out of 10 performances.
Apps rating FC. That's what we're doing.
No,
now.
no,
Apps
just-
rating
if-
FC. Apps
even
rating
beyond-
FC is what we're doing.
Beyond that, in terms of chance creation, you want to go and look at goal contributions per game. He was averaging like 1.6 goal contributions per game. That's that 7-month period. Legitimately, that 7-month period.
Even if you don't want to go by specific year, if you go through the prime stretch of R9, if you take what would we say R9's best club years are at? Inter? Is that what we'd say?
Yeah.
Easily.
All right. Well, so we would say Neymar's best years are at PSG.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could argue like the Inter version of R9 is better than the PSG version of Neymar.
That is false. That is false.
Like not
A lot of
what they
people-
did for club, but
bro.
just like through those years. The
No.
5-year stretch of
No.
97 to 02 for R9, which is like in between the years he won the Ballon d'Or, are better than like if you take a 5-year stretch of Neymar.
It's better than from like 15,
I guess if
16
you
Neymar.
take Neymar from
14, 15 to like
if you take
2020.
him if you take him from 2015 to 2020.
Guys. I just realized. Owen is the same person that said 11, 12 Neymar is the best Neymar of all, the best Neymar that ever.
No. I said no. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. We're lying. You're lying. I said 17. I said first season PSG Neymar is the best Neymar, and then I said Santos Neymar is better than Barca Neymar. I said Santos.
Oh, my fault.
That's still crazy. To
I
say.
said
That's
that.
crazy to say.
That's still
ridiculous.
Crazy to say, bro. That's still crazy
That means you
to
don't
say.
even value Neymar's prime years. Bro.
Statistical season. His statistical prime was at Barca, as one of the most J's he's ever gotten.
Exactly. So if we can't argue R9 versus Inter R9 versus
You don't even know Neymar, bro.
if you don't even value Neymar's peak years.
Yeah,
bro.
so I'm taking. Let's just go through all the players I'm taking over Neymar. Like,
Okay.
I think Iniesta is better all time than Neymar.
Oh! Hold on, greater legacy or player? Because let's make this clear.
Bro, I'm doing everything combined.
Okay, if
Everything combined.
that's the case, listen, respect to Iniesta and whatnot, but like in 20 years' time,
Di Stefano.
God, come on, listen,
Come on,
modern
bro.
era, buddy. No,
Yeah,
no dinosaur,
come on, bro.
no dinosaur era football, buddy. No
Come on,
dinosaur era
please,
football.
please.
In terms of
next?
like position for position, Maldini. Like you would have Maldini over Neymar.
Bro.
Michel
please.
Platini.
Michel Platini's underrated. Michel Platini's
still.
underrated. But again, if you're going to see greatness
Gerd
like that,
Muller?
then... Okay, but hold on. The thing is, what
Are we
we're
taking
also
Thierry Henry over Neymar?
never. Like, let's respect ourselves here. Let's respect. This is me as a Frenchman speaking. Quand respectiti, mais non.
Titi.
Listen, I've said this before. Let's say you're on. You
Oh,
guys
Van Basten. Taking Van Basten over Neymar.
What? Because of the 3 Ballon d'Ors and the Euros.
I mean, what he
No,
did.
I think
what
that
he
was
did
one of
during his
these-
career. Puskas, you could take Puskas over him.
Name me one Puskás game.
I don't fucking know.
Factually, naming one clip, just one.
Dude, where was he from?
Hungary.
Fair, but clip, please.
I got nothing for you, bro.
Please, bro. Like, bro, let's talk about modern game.
Modern era. Because this all stemmed from I was going and saying if your friends that quote the message your friend sent you that if Mbappe wins the World Cup and the Ballon d'Or, he goes top 5 all time. My claim was if France won the 2022 World Cup on penalties, Mbappe could legitimately go top 3 all time. That's not crazy to say.
Oh my god.
Mbappe could go top 3 all time. Mbappe could go top 3. That's not crazy.
Easily.
Owen, you're talking about an Mbappe who currently is averaging a brace in World Cup finals. The biggest game in the history of football. He's averaging a brace. He's already the top goal scorer in World Cup finals. This guy would have back-to-back World Cups in the modern era. Even the mighty Brazil, they went 94, 98, 2002. They only took 2. They took him 3. If Mbappe did back-to-back World Cups, the conversations we have to be in, that'd be crazy.
I mean, he still wouldn't be above Pele because Pele has 3 World Cups using your logic.
Well, then Pele's final one in terms of what he did. First of all, was modern era. What he's done in the modern era. Respect to Pele, but his first World Cup was won in 1958. Like, buddy, dinosaur era football. I'm not even sure they had black and white. Like, I think they were still on black and white television.
They were using radios, bro, to listen to the games.
Exactly. Like with all due respect to Pele
Top
and
3 all
whatnot.
time. We've lost the plot, bro.
Okay.
Hold on, that's a good example. Though, hold on.
We've lost so much plot.
Hold on. If Pele is in conversations for like top 5 all time in terms
Pele
of football
is a
players,
top 5 player
okay,
all time. That's
but the reason,
it's not even so much about a conversation. Pele is
Okay,
if
but
you don't have
why
Pele,
is he there?
listen,
Why is he there?
If you don't have Pele, top 5 players of all time, you should not watch. Football is not for you. You should find a new sport. You should find a new
First and
hobby.
foremost, assuming that like you probably never watched Pele play, actually, but
Mbappe is the best World Cup player I've ever seen.
Well, yeah, and back when we were
So why is Pele? Why is Pele top 5? Like, what's the reason?
He has the GA. He has the World. He has the World
GA.
Cups.
Asterisk on the GA. Asterisk on the GA because we're not sure. You know, we have pending confirmation. We'll say that.
Okay, yes, he doesn't have the. He's not the top goal scorer. He's not the top goal scorer of all time. He has the GA though. He has the international stuff. For Santos, he was very, very good. So he has the club performances. He has everything you could ask for.
But the thing is, though, let's not don't being honest. A big reason why he's there is because of the World Cup, right? It's the fact that he's got 3 World Cups.
Okay, yeah. So that's like saying
so
that's like saying that's like saying if I took away Ronaldo's 5 Champions Leagues, he wouldn't be a top 3 player.
The point I'm making is though the reason why your Ronaldos are in the conversation for the best all time, why your Peles are there, is because of those 3 World Cups. If Mbappe goes, has 2 World Cups in the bag, and is arguably the greatest goal scorer in World Cup in 3 World Cups alone, why not be in those conversations?
I don't think he'd be a top. I think top 3 is blasphemous.
So who's above him? Who would be above him? With 2 World Cups, by the way, top goal scorer in the World Cup, assuming.
So with that, we're taking away Messi's World Cup, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay, Messi's still above him. That's
undeniable.
Ronaldo is still Cristiano Ronaldo is still above him.
I'm not sure about that.
Yo, do we just like kick him off?
I'm not sure about that.
Do we just kick him off the pod? Is that?
I'm not sure about that. Listen, I can hear it. If you want to go and put him up there, I'm not gonna go and say you're crazy. But I'd go and say it's not crazy to go and say sorry. Even Messi. Like these guys, like 2 World Cups, bro. 2 World Cups.
Ronaldo has 5 Champions Leagues and Euros and
how many?
And 5 Ballon d'Ors, and you're gonna put Mbappe over? You sound so dumb.
How many World Cups is a Champions League worth? That's a good question. How many World Cups is a Champions League worth?
That's a good question. That is a good question. How many World Cups is what? Sorry, repeat the question.
How many World Cups? How many Champions Leagues is 1 World Cup worth?
So when people say to me, would you rather see your club win 3 Champions Leagues in a row or 1 World Cup in a row? I say 3 Champions Leagues without a doubt. Like that, it's not even a question for me. I'd much rather see PSG win 3 Champions Leagues in a row than the US win the World Cup.
I think those are different circumstances.
I would rather like anyone win the World Cup over the USA. Like,
I'm a US fan. I'm a US fan.
Yeah, and that's fine. And that makes sense, right? Like,
I'd say a World Cup is worth 2 Champions Leagues. That's amazing.
Only.
Yeah,
I think the champion. Also, I think the Champions Leagues is worth more than the Euros.
No.
You're talking about countries, Owen.
I think the
countries.
I value the UCL more.
So you think a single Champions League is worth more than a single Euro?
Yeah, I think the Euros is a little bit overrated.
No, that's insane.
That's why I think Rodri. That's why I think Rodri.
We're talking about competition that happens every 4 years. That's why compared to competition that happens every 9 months, bro.
Exactly.
Like that.
All right, so is the Copa America worth more than the Champions League because it happens less often? Is the AFCON worth more than the Champions League?
We're talking about levels.
It's not just that in comparison. It's also the prestige of the competition.
The level of countries that are playing in these competitions, bro.
Like you can go and say you can make the claim that, for example,
I'm taking the Champions Leagues over the Euro. As a player, I'd rather win the Champions Leagues than I'd rather win the Euros.
No, that's crazy.
I feel like Champions League.
So hold on. So you're telling me if Ronaldo he gave him Ronaldo the option to trade one of his Champions Leagues for another Euros, he's saying no.
I don't know what Ronaldo's saying. That's what
No, but what do you think? What do you think he would go and say? What do you think he'd go and say?
If I was French and I had no Champions Leagues in my names, no Euros. If I was Mbappe, and you asked, give me a Euros or give me a Champions League, I'm taking the Champions Leagues.
I'm not even sure if he goes and says it like confidently like that. I could hear him going and singing the Champions League because it's the Premier, but like the Euros is not some slouch.
And even with the Euros is bad. I don't think the Euros is worth.
But even then, Mbappe, because at that point you could still argue that Mbappe's already won an international trophy, so it's not like for like, right? I'm saying like
okay, if I had no big trophy to my name, no Champions Leagues, no European trophy, no international thing, and you said to me, you came out to me, you can have a UCL or Euros, which one? Give me the UCL.
Yeah,
7 out of 7 days
that's
of the
crazy.
week.
No, that's so
That's
disgustingly
crazy.
false. Bro.
That's
I know it's your opinion, but I have to say it's false because that's impossible. We're talking about countries here, and the Euros you can't compare. As much as I'm African, right? Of course, I want to say AFCON's the best, but I'm not stupid. I'm not delusional enough to say that, bro. We're talking about levels here. You know what I mean? Euros.
Like you've literally had players like who have won World Cups who have come out and said that they think winning the Euros is more difficult than winning the World Cup. Professionals have gone and told you this.
I don't care what they say.
So,
that's
fine.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's all. That's all good, bro. That's all good. That's fine.
Crazy.
Okay, that's your opinion. That's fine.
Just because you're a professional doesn't mean because you're a professional doesn't mean
I agree. Doesn't just because I agree.
Yeah,
with
that's
you.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's just your opinion.
I'd rather win the Champions Leagues than I'd rather win the Champions League than
let's say you're playing for Barcelona, bro, or like Real Madrid or a top flight club, bro. You will always be in the conversation of winning a Champions League every single year.
Exactly.
Let's say you're 20 years old right now, right? 19, 20 years old.
I think Lamine Yamal,
Lamine would never, I promise you, I think Lamine would rather win some. Yes, he's won the Euros, but if you say give him a World Cup or let's say another Euros, right? We know Lamine's level. He's always going to be in the conversation of winning a Champions League, bro. That's not in a doubt. Bro.
Spain's always going to be in competition to win the Euros.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Hold on, but the thing is because I think we're going in. For example, Spain, they went on going on a tear. 2008, 2010, 2012. That's not normal. After that, what happened? 2014 crash out of the groups. 2018 crash out of the groups. Or I think around the 16 or
it was the whole
What's happening to Italy
curse.
now? What's happening to
2016 though? But the point is that you can have periods where
but it's not just an Italy thing. It's like the whole Italian league. It's not just like an Italy thing itself.
But Italy, even Italy. But hold on, Italy have done so. Like you go and you look at it, it's very difficult for teams to stay at the top, especially for national.
All right, think about it like this. Hold on. Let me put it like this. Italy haven't qualified for the World Cup since 2014, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Guess who won the Euros in 2020? Italy. So a team that didn't qualify for the World Cup 2 years prior wins the Euros, and I'm supposed to believe that competition is worth more than the Champions League.
Okay. They
didn't qualify.
I'll go
qualify for the thing.
Hold on, I'll go back.
Guess what?
The
2020 Euros was actually played in 2021. So a year later, that same team didn't qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah, that's an embarrassment. Okay, but what about Chelsea in 2012? Win the Champions League, next year got relegated down to the Europa League. Gang.
Actually, bro,
I can find you examples there as well. Like, in also the thing is, so with international football, right? You're at the whim of the talent your country produces. With club football, a Barcelona, a Real Madrid, a PSG, a City, you can always buy new players and better players. You're always going to be relevant.
Exactly.
Like, which is the last club right now that had a massive like downfall is now completely irrelevant?
Tottenham.
Hold on, so Spurs had now like that won a Champions League, for example, that got there.
I mean, Nottingham Forest.
Okay, but you're going back to now like the 80s and whatnot.
So we're going on from like the 2000s. Porto, I guess.
Porto, you can go and you can say that their run was just like it was magical. But when you look at the big clubs, the clubs that were big in the 2000s are still the clubs that are big today.
I mean, yeah.
Right? As in, there's changes where Spain today, for example, wasn't that big in the early 2000s. In like the early 2000s, 2002, 2006 and whatnot.
Yeah, so like Brazil.
Some slouch.
Brazil and France.
You can argue like, okay, Brazil have fallen off massively from their peaks. You can argue that France is one of the teams that's been consistent. England were dog water in those times, and now they're getting back up. The fact is that with your national team, you're at the mercy of whatever your country produces. You can't just go out and buy the next best player and whatnot like you can at club level. And also the fact that it's every 4 years, you only got some time. And also the fact is also, you could argue that this comes back to why, like, you can make the case that cup competitions are so difficult to win. The World Cup, it's not just about being, the best team in the world and whatnot. Oftentimes, when you win the World Cup or the Euros and whatnot, it's not necessarily the best team that wins it. I'll go and argue, for example, that the French team I would go and say the most current that I've seen, the most talented French team I think I've ever seen assembled was that 2022, the 2020 Euros French team assembled. That team is crazy with Pogba, Griezmann, Mbappe,
The team that got
Benzema.
knocked out against Switzerland.
Yeah, that team. I would go and say talent-wise was probably the most talented French team ever assembled. However, the thing is though, in a cup competition like that, in the Euros, in a World Cup, one game, you don't play well, you're out. In the Champions League, you can even go and say, like, you got a second leg.
Exactly, bro. That's exactly it. I want to bang on that fact. The Champions League, you can buy your players at club level. I don't think you don't understand how important that is. Countries have to rely on the talent that they have, they produce, bro. You look at Croatia, for example. You look how well they do in the World Cup and things like that, right? Are you going to look at that lineup each year and be like, yeah, they're going to make it to the final? Yeah, they're going to make it to the semifinal. Do you look at that and be like,
I don't understand what the point you're making with that is, though.
The point is that the fact that the World Cup and
okay, why are we bringing up the World Cup? I never denied that the World Cup is the hardest competition.
No, but I'm going into. You said that you think the World Cup is only worth like 2 Champions Leagues.
I'd say it's like 2.5. It's
If
not worth
it's at
3.
2
I don't think it's worth 3.
I think it's worth 3. The fact that it's rarer than the World Cup, it's like it's unheard of that you have like teams go make it back to finals and whatnot. You've seen several times teams go and make it, like Real Madrid go and do so, even like short amounts of times and whatnot, because your team cannot change all that. Like what would you say is more likely? At the next Euros, Spain go and make it to the final again, or that PSG go back to back?
I mean,
wow, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Because I don't think we're gonna get through Bayern, honestly.
No, but the thing is, though, with PSG, you could argue the team like stays over year on year and stay relatively the same.
It's tough with Spain because, like, I mean, Spain's run to the final was a robbery regardless because they robbed Germany.
But would you not say that there's way more uncertainty with how things develop within your national team? Whereas at a club level, there's a lot more certainty year on year.
Like, I don't think it's so much about which but like the Champions League, it's an 8-game group stage, then it's sometimes a playoff, then it's around a 16 quarterfinal, semifinal, final. The Euros,
put this way,
3 games. It's 3 games. Even if you finish 3rd in your group, you can still play in the round of 16, even if you finish 3rd in your group. And then it's just what? So it's like a 8 game competition, whatever it is. The UCL, it's 8 league games for most.
Yeah,
teams,
and in the UCL, you have to be amongst the best 24 teams. Like it's not that difficult either to go through. And put this way, has a team ever gone back to back in the Euros?
Spain did, right? I thought you said, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time it's ever happened. It's happened several times in the Champions League where teams have gone back to back. Ajax, Real Madrid.
Okay, because it's
back. Common.
It's
not just back to back, but like 3. They three-peated. They three-peated it. Like you don't really go into the next year.
Spain won it back to back.
That's it. That's the only time it's ever happened. And that's why it was so unheard of.
Germany almost went back to back, but Czech Republic won it in 1976. Yeah, so in 1960, the USSR won it, and then 64, Spain won it. 68, Italy, then Germany, Czech Republic, Germany, France, Netherlands.
USSR, you know.
That's what it says.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. So it's only ever happened once. And by the way, the 2 competitions actually coincide because the Euro started in 1960 and the European Cup also started at roughly the same time. And at that time, we've had 2 teams three-peated. No, I think AC Milan might have gone back to back at one point in the past.
I mean, I still personally value the Euros more than the Champions League.
That's crazy. Oh, the Euros more. Yeah, that's.
Sorry. I still value the Champions League more than the Euros. I also value the Nations League more than the Copa America.
Okay, let's respect Copa America here for a second.
We ain't respecting that bullshit.
Bro, our country plays in it, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. We got knocked out of the group stage. What's your point?
Where did Canada finish again?
Yo, who just won the hockey tournament?
Anyways,
you see,
bro.
you're trying to deflect. We're talking about football here. Talk about football.
No, but
Deflection, bro.
remember when I told you that US would beat Canada on hockey? And
You see, you're deflecting. You're deflecting.
I mean, the
Let's
US
talk
has
about-
the US has more international trophies than Canada, so I don't want to hear it
Yeah,
in terms of football. So
I'm denying that, but I would go and say I think currently the Canadian national team is better than the American national team.
the US, the US is higher. The US is higher ranked on FIFA. Oh, by a mile. We're ranked 15th. You're ranked 29th. Ha, loser.
Crazy, bro. Okay, what happened the last time we played each other?
Yeah, we played each other back in like the Stone Age.
Hmm?
The last time we played each other, still scrolling. Last March,
What happened?
we lost by 1 goal.
Did you watch that game?
I don't know if I did, to be honest. But as of right now, we're on a good run right now. 5 games unbeaten. We play Belgium tomorrow. Then we play Portugal, Senegal, Germany. There's like warm-up games for the friendlies. I'm excited. I'm so excited for the World Cup. This is gonna be the worst World Cup ever, but I'm excited.
I don't know.
It's because our fucking presidents are gonna ruin everything.
Do you know anybody who's going to the games?
I'm gonna go to some of them if the tickets drop. I'm not paying for tickets right now.
Dylan,
I'm
you?
gonna go to the final.
You're going to the final.
Yeah, maybe if you want $0 and 0 cents left in your bank account.
Oh, wait, have you bought your ticket already? No.
Bro, look at these prices. You see these shits.
That's calm, bro. I'm going to the final, bro. Have to,
Dude,
bro.
wait. So I told my dad if PSG make the Champions League final, I'll go to it. I can't just buy tickets.
No, for sure. I mean, that you're spending how many?
No,
How
I want to
much?
buy 1 ticket to the Champions League final.
Yeah,
but they said you need to enter some like raffle thing.
Yeah. For the
But
final.
like they also said like resellers and shit. So I can just
the
like
reseller will make it like $3,000, bro.
or I can just like buy them off the PSG website the second we
No,
win
but the thing is though that goes like PSG members have exclusivity.
Yes,
like
bro.
they
I'm a
get-
member. Like I'll be able
Yeah.
to buy tickets, bro.
How the fuck are you a member?
You have to. It's a membership, bro. You have to. It's subscription based.
Don't you have to? The thing is though, you have to have a French address, don't you?
Exactly. And I
Yeah,
told
that's
you
the
before.
thing.
I use my uncle.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I could probably do the same as well. I got
Easily,
I got
bro.
there.
Easily.
Nah,
Easily.
they'll probably drop the price a little bit. Hopefully,
It
they won't do
depends.
dirty.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who we're versing as well. Let's say we're versing like a Barcelona or something. That's gonna be like $5,000, bro.
If it's anything under $400, I'll pay for it.
Oh, you're not you're foreign.
Who we
You're
versing,
dreaming,
bro?
You're dreaming, bro. Unless we
Now
we
the
get
World Cup
Sporting.
final.
unless they play like Sporting in the final.
That's
like,
what I'm
you're not-
saying, bro. Like it has to be.
Like,
a
well,
final,
Dylan,
bro.
how much were your Chelsea ones?
Mine were like 200.
That's for round of 16. For now, there's no.
Dude,
400
I'm
bucks
looking at PSG's tickets.
Facts, bro. That's for.
I'm looking
think
at
about it. Now
PSG's
the
tickets to the
We're winning
quarterfinals.
by 3 goals already, bro.
I'm looking at PSG's tickets to the quarterfinals for the UEFA Champions League right now. The cheapest ticket is $322.
Bro, I'm so mad. My break from school is literally like it's just after the quarterfinals. I
No,
would've went.
mine's right
On-
before,
on Everything I
bro.
love, I would have went. On everything I love, I would have went. But I'm so disappointed. But it's okay. It's okay.
You would have gone all the way up to
final will be there.
Liverpool.
Versus Liverpool, yeah, bro.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey, listen, we'll get to the final. I'm there. You'll see me.
You're in Budapest.
I'll be there, bro. Smiling.
No.
You'll see all 32 of my. Yeah, bro.
Really, you're
I'll
going
be
there? You're not going to do what you did last time. Go to Paris.
You know what's so crazy?
Dude,
I was
want
literally
to
thinking,
go to the
like,
Champions League final so bad. They
the final.
bro,
I feel like it'll be crazy. Like especially being on our side. Like it will be
Yeah.
insane, bro. But the thing is, I don't know. The celebrations after, if we go back to back in Paris, I don't know.
Pause.
Yeah, that
The
the city
city's
might
bro.
burn to the ground.
The city
Yeah,
might
literally.
actually burn to the ground, bro.
literally, yeah.
Actually, this is an interesting one. Let's say PSG go back to back, France win the World Cup. Which celebration is bigger? I actually low key might think. I think PSG winning might actually be a bigger celebration.
Dude, if hopefully this never fucking happens. If Marseille won the Champions League, the celebrations there would be insane. Like in that city, in the city of Marseille, I genuinely think buildings would go on fire.
Yeah,
Because I think that city has the highest crime rate in France.
We're certainly one of the highest. Yeah, Marseille, they'd lose it. They'd lose it.
Yeah,
but
never happen,
obviously, talking about the quarterfinals, we've obviously got a quarterfinal against Liverpool. Aside from all the Liverpool fans, complaining and getting their panties in a bunch about the tie and whatnot, there is still a quarterfinal. How are you guys feeling ahead of the quarterfinal?
Super confident. I think Liverpool fans have been overrating each and every single one of their players. Honestly, I think Arne Slot is the least of their problems. Right? When you look at each individual player, they've all gotten worse. Alisson is not the same Alisson from last season. Frimpong is just a knockoff Trent. He's not good defensively, only good going forward. Konaté's been dog shit all season. Van Dijk's been mid. Van Dijk's still living off the Van Dijk reputation. Kirkes has been mid. Gravenberch has been awful compared to himself. McAllister has fell off a cliff. Florian Wirtz can't perform in big games. Gakpo's a cut inside merchant. Salah, well, leaving Liverpool at the end of the season for a reason. Ekitike can't perform in the big games. Don't let last night fool you. Szoboszlai's their only good player. That's it. Szoboszlai's the only player where I say, oh, this guy's going to be trouble. But John Neves will bully him in the midfield, so I have no issue.
So, Kate, what do you rank? I think this is the test to go and see how
we win by at least 4 goals.
Really? Like that?
Yeah. We win by at least 4 goals.
Hold on. Add as a percentage. Like, what are you giving it? Like, what split?
I'd give us a 95% chance to win.
That's crazy. Okay, let's calm down, bro. Let's calm down. I'm not trying to get clipped here, bro. I'm not trying to get clipped. I'm not that confident.
Relax, bro. I don't know, 95.
Honestly, if I'm busy, I might not even watch the game with how confident I am.
Bro.
Oh, please stop, please.
Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Listen, we also we can't go and have like the Villa treatment of last year. Like obviously we're going when that game confident. Bro. Like, I think I'm at max 70-30. 70. Like this is still
minimum 80-20 for me.
That's ridiculous, bro. I'll be real.
Okay, how confident for you ahead of the Monaco tie?
I thought we were gonna win more comfortably. I'd say I was gonna give us like a 60 to 70% chance. I was gonna give us like a 70.
Can't say,
so you think 70, that we have a?
Yeah, because we've been performing better recently. Not only we're getting Chelsea, look at that performance against Nice away.
True,
and Nice is not a team we do technically good against every season.
I mean, but Nice aren't that good either. Like,
we beat Chelsea by 6 goals, and Chelsea are higher in the Premier League than Liverpool. So, what does that?
True, but then again, Liverpool is Liverpool, right? As in, like, listen, I don't want to go and say, like, even though we battered them last year,
Liverpool 1 point ahead of Chelsea. My fault. And Liverpool just lost to Brighton, bro.
Liverpool. Thing is, you going to 95?
Liverpool drew to Tottenham, bro. What are we doing? Liverpool also have to play Man City 4 days prior, and then they have to play Fulham in between. The only advantage Liverpool have over us, the only thing, is the second leg at Anfield. That's it. And Anfield's atmosphere is dead. Last season, when you watch the second leg against Liverpool, besides the first 10 minutes, you heard more PSG fans than Liverpool fans.
I agree. I think it's overrated. I would say it's overrated. It's still like it's not dead.
It's not scary.
I've seen worse atmosphere.
It's not scary.
Yeah,
nobody's saying, "Oh, I gotta go to Anfield, shiver me timbers." Like,
certainly not anymore. Yeah,
but I don't know. I still think we have to be optimistic about this game.
Like for me, that's all I've always said. I don't think we get past Bayern. I'm already looking into the semifinals.
You can't.
I'm looking past
this. Bro, you can't.
I'm genuinely looking past this tie.
We're talking about quarterfinal, bro. Like, it doesn't matter if we're versing Bono, bro. Like,
bro. Especially, bro, not gonna lie, this is me as a PSG fan speaking. Like, yes, this is a new involved PSG, but like the old demons of the past, like,
facts, bro. They try and sneak up on us, bro. Like,
exactly. Like, low-key, I'll be honest. Ahead of that second leg against Chelsea, listen, I was calm. But I'm like,
I
bro,
was
if Chelsea score early, yo,
Bro,
my blood
I was
pressure's going
literally-
up. My blood
I was
pressure's going up.
literally- I was literally saying,
If Chelsea
yo.
scored when Kvara scored, I would have been a little nervous.
No, bro, I was in the stadium. I was shaking, bro. Like I was sweating. I was like, the atmosphere, everything. I was like, if they score early, we're done. We are not surviving in this environment, bro. And so we can't just go in and look past Liverpool and be like, yeah.
We can't be looking like, listen, we have to respect Liverpool here first.
We're gonna win by. I'm gonna say we're.
No,
gonna
it's
win
not about win.
by 3 goals
Listen,
in the first leg,
dang, bro.
and then we'll win by
Damn.
1 or 2 goals in the second leg. We'll win both legs for sure. That's not even
For
high.
sure, you know.
For sure,
honestly.
dang, bro. Listen,
I mean, who's the threat on Liverpool besides Szoboszlai? Like Ekitike.
I just think
Listen. Ekitike, Pacho's gonna bully him, right? And Isak comes back.
Listen, I'll go and say this now. This is the classic PSG curse. Ekitike is going to score.
Exactly. Yes.
And you know what? Ekitike is going to score at the park. For
Right,
good measure.
he'll score 1 goal. We'll score 4. Like,
Listen, I think we'll win.
Allison's still injured.
That's true. He's going to be injured, and they're going to have to count on Mehmet.
Yeah.
But I just think, like, I can't go and say 90% is crazy, bro.
Nah, that's
I don't even think I go into, like,
At least
some
at full minimum 80%. That's at full minimum. That's like assuming Barcol is not back for the second leg.
Like, I'm not even sure, like, hold on. So let's say PSG go and play like a Mets. How confident are you then that we PSG
At home
win?
or away?
Let's say at home.
Fully we play our full starting 11, or we do our Luis Enrique.
Let's say
plays the
full
second
starting 11.
we win comfortably 3-4-0.
No, but as a percentage, what are you saying?
Percentage we win 98.
So there's only a 3
against the bottom of the table.
Oh, but you're saying that there's only a 3% difference between bottom of the league Mets and PSG playing Liverpool at home. Okay.
Yo, come on, bro.
Like I get being confident, but you're this is arrogance. This is arrogance.
I'm
Yes,
already
but we can't be
this
complacent, bro.
tie is just like it's just PSG playing games at this point. It's just cardio for PSG this tie.
No,
Listen,
just-
let me say
this tie.
I think I speak for myself and Dylan. We do not associate with the claims made by Owen
Yes.
here, right? Listen, we're confident. I think we're confident we'll win.
This 2-legged tie, it's just cardio for PSG.
Fuck.
Russell
Saying it's
Westbrook
cardio is
said
crazy.
at this point he's just running around. That's what we're gonna do. All we're gonna do is run
Bro,
around.
yo,
Please,
And a quick few
TikTok,
passes.
YouTube, wherever you're watching this on, don't involve me. because
don't involve me in this either.
Involve Junior and
Me-
Dylan in this.
Don't involve me in this. I do
Involve them both.
not. I do not concur.
Me
This
and
I do
Junior
not
didn't ask
concur.
nothing.
On,
We didn't say anything.
I'm happier we played Liverpool than Galatasaray. I would have rather played Liverpool than Galatasaray because Galatasaray in Turkey is not easy.
I mean, I can get.
Liverpool's what's the word Junior used? Fugazi or whatever. They're Fugazi Anfield atmosphere. They're Mickey Mouse atmosphere.
Yeah, but the thing is, they'll provide it. Like, yes, the Galatasaray away would be more difficult, but at home, like that game, if you said Galatasaray at home, we're pointing like 5 past them.
Easily.
Like, who could put 6 past
Look
them?
at their freaking percentages against when they go away.
Wait, they're terrible away from home.
Terrible, horrible. So like that, I get, but we're talking about Liverpool at the end of the day. Don't get twisted. These competitions, these tournament-based competitions, you got to be careful whoever you're versing. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. These teams out of nowhere can just turn it on like a switch, and we are the biggest examples of that. Literally. So
I guess, bro. I guess.
I mean, it's so funny. Literally last year, when we versed Liverpool, 90% were saying Liverpool were gonna win.
Yeah.
Easily. Who was saying Paris were gonna win, bro?
Me?
I'm sick.
Listen. Also, I like the humble gimmick. Nobody
course.
believes in it. Like, you know, low key. Like, have you guys been seeing? Like, oh my goodness, the glaze session that Arnie Saw has been putting on PSG ever since we knocked him out. Like, this guy's been saying, I'm constructing my team so that we can play PSG. Oh my goodness, I've never seen this team like this. Like, I'm a PSG fan. And I'm saying, buddy, calm down, bro. Calm down. Like, this guy feels like
get it out your mouth.
Legitimately, like, this guy, the amount of time he's like, respect for, thank you for the compliments and whatnot, but it's a bit too much there. Like, dang, bro. But
Not factually.
saying 95 is crazy, bro. 90,
No, that's insane.
at least 90. It depends. I gotta see like how fit we are and shit. If we're fully fit, like I know Barco's not gonna play the first leg, but
hold on. Let's see, because you think we lose to Bayern. What is your thoughts on the Bayern tie then, as a percentage
depends.
then?
If we don't have a 2-goal cushion going the second leg, we definitely lose.
Okay, well, no, what's our overall like on the tie percentage?
Give us a 35% chance to win.
Okay.
I guess.
So you're pretty confident Bayern beat us.
The second
So you're
leg,
pretty confident
the second
Bayern
leg
beat
is
us.
the second leg is in Munich, too. That's one of the bigger reasons.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we beat Bayern.
Like I wouldn't say
70. You said 35.
We have a 35%.
You give them 65%.
Yeah, Bayern own us as well. So it's like a Bayern consistently own us in the UCL. You saw the game earlier this year. They dominated the game until Luis Diaz got sent off. Like,
I mean, you could argue with that game too, but I don't know. I think if we're versing Bayern,
like I give Bayern like the go ahead. I've got no problem saying nah, but I wouldn't say it's not 65-35.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
come on now. Like I say it's like 55-45 in favor of Bayern.
It's at least a 60% chance to Bayern. 60.
So you think Bayern are like comfortably?
I'd say
better than
if I was a
PSG?
Bayern fan, I'd say they beat us by at least 2 to 3 goals.
Nah,
Like 2 to
that's
3
crazy.
goals.
I don't know. That's crazy.
I'd say at the end of the 2-league tie, we lose by either 2.
So hold
or
on. Do you
3
think
goals.
do you think PSG is better than Arsenal?
I'd give PSG a better. I think Bayern are the best team in the world, but I think PSG have a better chance of beating Arsenal than beating Bayern because Arsenal's attack isn't good enough.
So would you say PSG is the second best team in the world then?
I'd have to see PSG and Arsenal face each other to give you that answer.
Okay, but as a percentage though, what would you give PSG and Arsenal? Which way would you sway?
I'd give. Is the second leg in Paris or the second leg in the Emirates?
Well, I mean, they wouldn't actually. Well, Arsenal won it, so they'd be second leg would be at Arsenal.
Okay, I'd give Arsenal a 55% chance to win.
So you think Bayern are like comfortably
Bayern are the
better?
best team in the world. Yes.
Comfortably.
I'd give Bayern a 55% chance to beat Arsenal and Arsenal 45.
Hold on. Hold on? You think if you think
Arsenal
that PSG is only like 5% better,
I
but
think
then
PSG is the third best team in the world right now.
No, but hold on. You think the math ain't adding up here? You think that the gap
Arsenal
between Arsenal and PSG is 5%?
We
right?
beat Arsenal.
But you think the gap, and then you think the gap between Arsenal and whatchamacallit, between Arsenal and Bayern is 5%. But you think the gap between Arsenal...
you know what? I take that back. I'd give Bayern, because it's tough, because Arsenal beat Bayern earlier in the season. So this
We
is
beat
if,
Arsenal.
This is if every team is fully fit, by the way.
We beat Arsenal.
Oh, I feel Arsenal's playing recently. I don't like low key before the round of 16. I would have go and said, let us get up to speed and whatnot, and then we'll go in. Right now, I'm like, give me Arsenal. Give me Arsenal. Give me Arsenal. I got no problems.
I mean,
we saw. Did we watch that same Carabao Cup final? Like Arsenal ain't that. Arsenal ain't all that. Bayern, okay, I can understand what. No, they're looking.
Bayern are 100% the best team in the world right now.
I don't think Arsenal's all that though.
Like when you saw team in the world, no team in Serie A is better than Arsenal.
That's fine, but I still think we beat Arsenal.
I'm not saying we can't, but I think the favored go to Arsenal, and especially with the second leg being away, I think I'd give it to Arsenal. By a slight bit, not by much. I think if we were to play Arsenal, if we were to lose, we'd probably lose by 1 goal or on penalties. Honestly, I'd bet like if I had made a video, I'd back us to win. But like I think the favorite go in hands of Arsenal. But if we play Bayern, I'd comfortably favor Bayern. Maybe 65-35 is a bit of a stretch, but it's at least 60% for Bayern. So it's like
okay, if you say 60-40, that's reasonable, I'd say. I still think it's a bit high for me. I say it's like 55-45, but okay, I can hear it.
55-45 is too small. I think it's 60-40. I think 60-40 is reasonable. 65-35 is actually like too much, but 60-40 is where it's at.
Interesting, because I mean, all I'll go and say is that Joshua Kimmich, after they lost to Arsenal, was asked, and he said that he still felt that PSG game was harder than the Arsenal game, and who Arsenal beat them like pretty comfortably as well.
3-1. Well, that was without Musiala and now Alphonso Davies. So.
Okay, but that was PSG without what? Dewey was still injured. Dembele was.
Dewey played against
fit.
Bayern.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Dewey literally scored against Bayern.
We're
talking about the Club World Cup. We're talking about.
Oh, we're talking about the
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
then obviously, then we'll go and say that. Hold on, if you're talking about that game, then we beat Bayern. Then, like, what?
We beat them 2-0. They had 9 men.
9 men.
Yeah. So let's see. Dewey wasn't on the bench.
He was injured.
No Dembele. Hakimi got
Dembele
injured.
got
Dembele
hurt
got
in the
injured
game.
in that game.
Hakimi got hurt. We had everyone else. No
Jean
Davies.
Neves came on.
No Jean Neves.
Yeah.
Jean Neves came on later on because he wasn't fully fit
Yeah.
either.
No
Exactly.
Davies. No Musiala either. We were at home though.
Hey,
Second
look at the
half we
goals Bayern scored
dominated.
against us, bro.
Second
Look at the
half
goals
we
Bayern
dominated
got.
the game. First half we got dominated. Second half we were
No,
by
but
far
look
the
at the
better team.
goals Bayern scored against us, bro. Yes, there were goals, but they were self-inflicted goals.
Yeah, no, the goals were kind of mistakes, but I'd
They
still.
were
I'd
huge
still
mistakes.
back Bayern to win.
And I'm not even arguing against that, Owen. Honestly, like with the way Bayern have been going, like they are an incredible team. But I don't know. I still give us something. Because we're still at the end of the day one of the best teams.
Listen, my hot take is Bayern don't even make it to the semis. Oh my god, it's my hot take.
Yeah, throw
Listen,
that shitty ass take in the garbage, bro.
No, hold on. I want Bayern to go through. I'd rather Bayern go through.
I'd rather
guys,
face Real Madrid. Speak for yourself.
But no, the thing for me is though, guys, this is Real Madrid's competition. Like,
I
listen.
Promise you,
We beat Real Madrid.
If Real Madrid beat Bayern, we're not going back to back.
Bro, you're giving us. Hold on. You're saying, or am I hearing this correctly? You're saying that in terms of going through, you'd rather face Real Madrid than Bayern.
Huh?
What, me?
No,
So wait. You guys would rather face Bayern than Real Madrid.
Yes. Because you're not thinking about it. If Real Madrid beats Bayern Munich, the best team in the world right now, this is their competition. They're winning it, bro.
Like for me, hold on. For me, the reason I go and say, like, I think footballing wise, Bayern like beats Real Madrid pretty convincingly. However, again, this is Real Madrid.
Yes.
Once you start accounting for the juju, the black magic, the incantation, the spells and whatnot, the sacrifices that Papa Rose is gonna wake, the wire transfers that are gonna go through, all of a sudden the balance starts to tiptoe in Real Madrid's favor. And also, you want to talk about how the fact that Bayern's got our number and whatnot. At least we can say we've knocked out Bayern. The last time Bayern Munich knocked out Real Madrid was in 2012. In 2012, they do not beat Real Madrid.
Yeah,
the history is on Madrid's side.
That was through all like the Ronaldos and the whole offside goals and shit.
True, but okay, 2023, 2024. And I agree, there was offside the offside for the what was it, the lift and whatnot. But yeah, but they went through. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. The black magic. That's what you have to account for that stuff.
That's literally what I'm saying. If Real Madrid beat Bayern Munich, I don't want to play the semifinal. I don't want to.
I
don't want to go through.
I'd much rather play Real Madrid than Bayern.
You lost your mind.
I'm rooting for Real Madrid.
So you want to see Mbappe at the park?
I don't care about this whole Mbappe thing, bro. This whole dictator Mbappe. I don't care. Pacho's locking up Mbappe anyways.
That's not. I mean, we locked up. He wasn't. He didn't even need to lock him up last time they played. Pacho wasn't even there.
Actually, he wasn't even there.
We have the better midfield. We have the better defense.
That's the thing. That's not the problem. It's not that. It's beyond football. It's beyond football.
Ball playing. We got it.
We got him. There's no issues.
And we won 4-0 last time we played them.
Yeah,
but again, listen. Maybe it's me. This is the religious in me. I was praying before that game. I was praying no jujus, no incantations. Bro, I'm not flipping taking my chances with Real Madrid. I fasted for that game. I fasted. No joke. I was fasting.
I didn't know you were Muslim, Junior.
I'm a Muslim Christian. I was fasting. I was pouring crucifix during the game, saying, "Please God, please God, please have mercy on our souls. No juju, no wire transfers, no sacrifices. In Jesus' name, nothing."
So wait,
that's what I have to go do.
You would much rather verse Real Madrid in the semis if you get to
100%.
And the second leg being in the Bernabeu.
Oh shit! With the second leg. It would
would it be?
It would be because they would have beat Bayern and they would take their spot.
And in the second leg be in the Bernabeu.
Yeah,
you would rather verse that.
Yeah.
Say no more, bro.
That's funny. That's funny because people were yapping about when Arsenal came to the Bernabeu. It was going to be over an Arsenal one, and then we beat Arsenal. Like,
I'm not saying, but that's the only. Like, I'm not saying. I still think we can beat Real Madrid. I still think we can beat Real Madrid.
Twisted. I'm not.
But, like, I'm just more scared of going.
Of course,
it's the juju. It's the stuff you can't account for. Like if we play
fans, as Arsenal fans, when they were going to the Bernabeu last year with the 3-0 lead, were they not still terrified, scared? Like, bro, I remember the videos circulating online of Arsenal fans. Literally,
are you coming to Madrid? Like,
but if there's any club that can go and use that fugazi stuff, it's Madrid. It's Madrid.
Bro.
So I'd rather versus Bayern. That's just me, though. I don't know.
I legitimately do think, though. I think that Real Madrid beat Bayern.
That's the scary part.
I think they go through. I think they beat them.
I mean, you're definitely engagement baiting, but
no. Listen. So I had Real Madrid going through over City for the same reasons. But I had Real Madrid going through for the same reasons. The juju. You have to account for that little. I don't know what it is at the bird.
For me, I got PSG beating Liverpool. Assuming Rafinha doesn't come back for either of the legs, I got Atletico Madrid. I got Arsenal beating Sporting, and I got Bayern beating Real Madrid. So PSG, Bayern, and then Arsenal versus Atletico. Arsenal and Bayern in the final, and then Bayern win the UCL.
All right. Okay.
Fair enough. I mean, I still think Real Madrid would probably go through. If we were to get through and verse Real Madrid, we're gonna have to play. We can't make mistakes. We can't. If the mistakes eat us, because on like ball playing, I know we can beat.
I am not worried about Madrid, bro.
It's not the football. I think you're not seeing. It's not the football. You have to think beyond the football. Listen. Maybe because you don't believe. I've seen it too many times with Real Madrid. The juju, the black magic, right? The sorcery. All that stuff, the dark powers, all that. No. I don't
understand, bro. Like, they have a high level power. Like, we don't know where it comes from, bro. But they just got it. And in this competition, Real Madrid, it's not a joke.
Honestly, one thing that would probably make me one thing that would make me crash out is if we play Real Madrid in the semifinals, first leg in Paris. And Mbappe scores and he celebrates at the pack. I'm losing it, bro. I'm losing it. Imagine, the worst thing. The goal he scored against Brazil yesterday, the little dink. Imagine he dinks Safarov and whatnot, and he does this. I'm smashing my monitor, bro. I'm smashing my monitor.
The way I'll fly to Africa immediately. I'm Catholic, but the juju that I'll do that day. I promise you, Real Madrid. Oh my gosh, bro! I promise you, if Mbappe ever does anything like that, I don't think you understand. He
does that.
No, he can't do that
on my television. I couldn't see this. And him.
No. Do you guys think he'd celebrate though?
No,
I don't think. I don't think he celebrates.
He wouldn't dare to celebrate.
He wouldn't dare celebrate.
Yeah, I don't think he wouldn't.
For some, I legit. Even though, listen,
we don't have our new Tanas on our team to throw hands anymore.
Arntenas.
Yeah, he was you don't remember the clip of him sprinting at Carvajal trying to beat him up.
Really?
Yeah, look up Arnautonas versus Danny Carvajal, bro. It's the funniest shit ever.
Is this for PSG?
No, this is where he was on Barcelona. I think he genuinely just hates Real Madrid so much.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Or we don't
Yeah,
have
no.
𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼𝘶. He was a crash out too.
There's
I
gonna be
remember
giving crash outs on our team.
when Neymar got thrown to the ground by Emre Can.
Nah,
Yeah,
that fight
I
was
remember
funny.
that.
That was too funny. What's it called? Nah, Paris never really had like crazy crash outs, to be honest.
Oh, Paredes.
Like-
Paredes is a crash out. Paredes
Yeah.
could crash out.
I don't like him. I've never liked him, bro.
I mean, me neither.
I've always hated him. He's the worst player to ever play for his club, anyway. So it's
Worst
fine,
player
bro.
is crazy.
Worst player to ever play for his
Worst
club. I don't
player
even
is
care, bro.
crazy.
I'm gonna go as far as to say worst player, but
Nah.
No, worst player.
I'll
of all time,
I'll
honestly.
forever hate 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼 for the 2020 final. I'll forever hate him for that.
I hate Mbappe for that final, bro. Are you crazy?
The
That final almost made me
yeah.
turn on him, bro.
No, the
Mbappe,
𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼 not marking Koeman at the back post.
Yeah, that's fine, but Mbappe had
and
a
Mbappe like
not
have like
open net, but
like passing it to like if he shot and Neuer made a save, fair.
That
Yeah,
was a
I would
shit
say-
strike.
but what is that? What is
I'm not gonna lie. People might look at the 2020 UCL and feel like that's the worst game for PSG. The worst game for me is the second leg against Dortmund in 2024, where he hit the post like 6 times.
no, that wasn't the worst game for me.
That wasn't the worst, but
That-
trust me, that almost made me throw up. That game,
That one hurt.
The 3-1 against Real Madrid was very bad, but like
No,
the
that's my worst. That's for me.
that's the worst one.
Oh,
Wow,
that's my
Junior,
worst.
you agree?
Yeah, for the
that
Real
one's
Madrid one,
top
that's my
3.
worst.
That one's top 3.
That was the worst one.
That
for
would
me
hurt,
ever.
bro. That
Because
would
the
hurt,
next
bro.
If you look at the 6-1 against Barcelona, that game's a robbery. The 3-1 back in 2019 was pretty bad. Dude, the second leg against City back in 2021 where we lost 4-1 on aggregate. City were
That
really
one I
good
didn't
that
care
year.
about.
So
I'm
it's
just saying
like,
City were just better than us like that.
Yeah, City
year.
were better. Once
Yeah,
Di
so
Maria
that-
got that red card, I turned off the TV. I didn't even watch the rest of the game.
the
But-
2-0 against Bayern in the second leg against 2023, that was pretty annoying.
That was annoying, but I didn't care. I knew we were gonna lose.
Yeah, we weren't good that year, so I was like,
Okay, bro.
fine.
I knew we were gonna lose that game, bro.
Now that
Yeah.
Dortmund one was really bad.
That
That one hurt because we should have gone through, but
Real
that was the
Madrid
most
game-
painful. That
That Madrid one. That
What,
Madrid one,
21-22?
bro.
till this day, till
No,
this day.
I remember
Listen,
after that Madrid game, me and my family went to eat, and my brother was like, "What the hell happened?" I like screamed at him in the parking lot. I told him to shut up. Like I yelled as loud as I can. Like I was so
I'll never forget.
I was depressed like for the
no,
like,
I
never
was
forget.
so
3 days.
mad, bro. Like I
You know
could
how
not, I couldn't even go to sleep. I was so mad.
No,
I was
was
Because I remember
understand.
when the second half ended, or when the first half ended, I was like eating at my kitchen. I was like, all right, 45 more minutes, just don't concede 2 goals and we go through. But like Messi missing the penalty in the first leg, and then like Mbappe having a hat trick of offside goals,
yeah.
Painful.
and then Donnarumma's
That one-
mistake. Oh my
That,
god!
like I
First of all,
said,
that's a foul. I'm adamant that was a
of
foul.
course it's a foul, bro.
That's a
but
foul.
it's Real Madrid, like we said.
That's
the
what
mind
I
game,
mean.
bro.
That's why we're afraid
I'm
of
not
them.
gonna lie. Speak for yourself. I don't think that was a foul.
It's a foul.
That's a foul. That's a foul every
It's a
single
foul.
day of the
It's a
week,
foul.
bro. It's a foul every
Trust me,
single
it's
day
a
of the
foul.
week, bro. It's a
I promise you
foul.
it's a foul.
That's a foul.
Like I'll say this with that game, I went to school the next day, and all my friends were Real Madrid fans, and we're in high school. We're all teenagers. You can only imagine how that day went, bro. That was one of the worst days of my life. So
The thing is, I tried to hate watch. I wanted Chelsea to beat them. I wanted City to beat them, and they just kept on. It was long,
I
bro.
was hate watching.
I hate watching the final as well. I was praying for Liverpool to win.
Oh my god! When
praying for-
Sadio Mane hit the post, I was like,
Facts, bro.
I knew Courtois was gonna have the game of his life after that.
And even when Salah was through on goal, went past Mendy, shot it. When Courtois saved it, I knew they were gonna win. It was like,
And then
it
Vinny
was
scored
just-
that suspicious goal. Did Benzema touch it? I need like the Sergeant Dokes meme next to me.
Nah, for me that Real Madrid one. I think if I had to
Nah, that
rank
one-
them, if you had to rank the most painful defeats, like top 3, your top 3.
Trying to think. Okay, for me, number 1 is the Real Madrid game. That one. I
Same
can't
for
come
me.
back from.
And then Owen, you said that it's the second leg against
Nah,
Dortmund.
see the thing about Real Madrid, I think the Real Madrid made me the most angry. The 2020 Bayern one, the final. Like I kept thinking about that Mbappe miss and the Chupa. The one, it was like in the 92nd minute, the Chupa Moting like swung his foot and just missed the ball
Yeah.
completely.
Completely missed the ball. I mean, that final I cried, but like that was because like
But like
just knew
I
what was
also
going on.
accepted the fact that Bayern were just like a really good team.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
But like the
Bayern,
Dortmund
yeah,
one was always so painful to me because it's like
I won't lie. The
we were
Dortmund, bro.
miles better than the team. We had to woodwork twice in the first leg, and the goals we conceded, like Donnarumma should be coming out and claiming that
Second
corner
goal in
goal,
this, yeah.
the Hummels goal. He should be coming out and claiming that. The
Freaking
first goal,
ACL break.
Yeah, with
Don't get me
Lucas
Lucas
Hernandez
Hernandez.
getting
That
hurt.
one killed
And
me.
then
I
and
said
then I have to
nuts.
watch Lucas Beraldo play in the UCL semifinal. Like,
God, bro, listen, bro. I don't think you understand the reason the Dortmund one resonates with me as well, really, really hard, is because like I went to, like I said, I went to the Barca game, the first leg where we lost at home.
At the park, yeah.
Then I come back to the US. I watch us destroy them.
oh my god, that second leg,
I'm on a high, bro.
bro! When Mbappe scored that goal at the end, like
Cry.
the
I was
tap in
freaking
or whatever it was, I remember like I was like sitting down on my couch. I remember like you know how Dembele against Liverpool jumps up in the air, goes like that or whatever.
Yes, bro.
I remember doing that exact same celebration after Mbappe scored.
Bro,
I remember
said,
doing that
whoa.
shit. I went ballistic.
I'm just trying to, I want to.
Cause I had club soccer practice later that night, and my coach was a Barca fan.
Bro.
I'm
That's
trying to find my
crazy,
reaction to
yeah.
the
I was
Dortmund
freaking out.
game.
But yeah, in terms of pain, yeah, the Dortmund one, the second, because I'm so confident that we are gonna win that tie. Like I think that's what killed me.
And
I
the
was
thing is, we
overly
go through to the
confident.
Champions League final if we.
Exactly. Like it was like I was so, and okay, obviously I love Mbappe with all my heart. So that was like another thing as well on top of that for me, because I knew Mbappe was leaving after whenever we ended, our Champions League.
Yeah, there was that too. Yeah.
So in my head I was like, oh, that's it. And he didn't do shit that game. So like that was equally as painful. So, but I don't know. The thing is, the painful games, you'll be shocked. They came from league games, if I'm being real. For me. There were some league games where, like, not just because.
I don't think I've ever been like super mad at a league game. I can't remember the last time I looked at a league game and I was like super, because like we've won the league for the past like what 4 years now, so it's never like a game I look back on that really. I didn't really have like
No.
one
Like,
to be
for me,
frustrated over. If PSG end up not winning League One this year, the main one I'll look back on is that 1-1 draw against 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼𝙇𝙎. That's probably the main one I'll look back on because they were so bad and we weren't great.
For me,
either.
the reason where there were some league games where it really got me, because it's like, it wasn't just because of the league game. It was about performances. Like there were some years, yes, we won League One, but many times. But like a couple years ago, there were like times where we wouldn't be doing that good during the season, and we have an important Champions League game next week, and we lose midweek to a weak League One side, and like that would just piss me off because it's like that's like our kind of quote unquote warm up game, going into a humongous tie. So like that's what pissed me off. It wouldn't be like the actual game itself, but if we're talking about serious actual games, I'm gonna have to search that up. Give me 2 seconds because I do want to rank this, bro.
I was just watching back my sort of, because I live streamed the return leg against Dortmund, and like when we lost, like I was mad, but I wasn't that, like it was just
Really.
No,
Yeah,
I just remember, like, I actually, like, wasn't upset. I was, like, shocked. I remember just staring at my TV for, like, a smooth hour.
Yeah, that one hurt, but it's for me. It's not in my top 5. I don't think for me. Like,
Really?
That Real Madrid one, based off the reaction I remember I had, like, in the moment, that might be one, because I was, like, super upset.
I think for me, there's that one. I think after
The 2019 one pissed me off a lot, too.
the United one.
Yeah, because I don't think that's a penalty either.
I guess it would be a penalty today.
Because I've done the same thing before in actual games where I've turned, because I play defender. I've turned and I've gone like this. But since it's gonna hit my face, I remember one time I got hit right there, and the guy was like handball, and ref's like no natural position, and I thought to myself straight after, I'm like, oh, I remember that. Kimpembe did the same thing,
Exactly.
and the Buffon mistakes made it worse too.
Like that was a horrible night, man. Things
Well,
for me,
okay.
like, yeah,
The
go on.
6-1, the 6-1 will always be a robbery though. So like that will never like actually make me mad.
I got an interesting take on the 6-1, but go on, Dylan. Go on, Dylan.
Okay. 2-1s I found, which I wasn't sad or crazy mad, but it annoyed the hell out of me. Right, same season, pretty much like 3 weeks apart. 4-1 Newcastle, 2-1 AC Milan.
I forgot about that.
Oh, the 4-1 against Newcastle.
Oh no, Loki, that 4-1 Newcastle goes up is in my top 5. Yo, that game. Oh my goodness.
That goes in my top 3. The 2-1 group stage against Atletico Madrid was very annoying too.
Oh, that one too. How can I forget?
That one drove me nuts.
Okay, dang. I'm having to rethink my list now. Okay. Dang.
Yes, bro. There's has been some bad ones.
When in the group stage back in the 21-22 season, we lost 2-1 to Man City away. That one annoyed me too.
Like that was the Neymar when Neymar scored early.
No, that was when Mbappe scored.
And Mbappe scored early, and like Neymar and Messi hugged. I wasn't that fussed about that.
Right now, like in terms of losses, I'm thinking of like Champions League, like late games. Because if I want to go off international games, that USA 3-1 loss to Netherlands in the round of 16 of the World Cup made me so angry.
Really? I mean, okay.
Yeah.
No, if we're talking about everything, France versus Argentina, that one killed me. I was in bed for like 3 days straight.
Well,
really?
So who gives a fuck?
Mbappe, bro.
Really? I was
because I knew if he won that World Cup.
Really? I actually didn't mind it nearly as much. And I was gutted, obviously, but I was like happy Messi won the World Cup. That was the way I took solace, and I was like, okay, at least Messi has his World Cup.
I was so pissed off. I was
so pissed, but I was like, at least Messi has his World Cup, so I'll take that at the very least. But I don't think that goes into my top most, like my most painful international one, 2016 Euros. I think I cried for that one.
Junior, you're a Messi fan.
I remember I was watching with my dad.
I cried for that one.
Bro, my dad was so pissed off.
2016 Euro final, France versus Portugal. I cried for that one. That one.
Womp.
But so, I think my 3 worst PSG ones.
I'm trying to think of all the knockout ones. I mean, can we throw PSG 0, Chelsea 3 in there? Because that made me pretty upset.
I was upset. I was thinking, but like that's not my top 3. To be honest, if I'm being honest,
is that my top? No, it can't be my top 3 because I mean it was embarrassing, yes, but it's more so like you just got like it was just more so like it's a blip over the course of the entire season. Like I think I was still riding the high of the Champions League then, so I was like,
yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's unfortunate, but it's not all that deep.
I feel like the first leg loss to Liverpool was pretty bad, because like
no, it wasn't because.
Yes, technically we did go through, but like that made me so. I remember I was like, "How the fuck did we lose this game, bro?"
I felt the same way for that game, the way I felt for that Atletico because of how we dominated. But I knew there was a second leg.
And I was very confident we were gonna win. If we're going off knockout games specifically, though, I'm trying to think of like more recent ones because I don't remember my reaction as a kid because I started watching in 2014. So.
As a kid, there was one game I not cried, but I was really upset because that day I was pissed off anyways. It was, I don't know if you guys remember, Rennes versus Paris final, Coupe de France, I'm pretty sure.
Was it 2017-18? 2018?
I think, no, 2019, I'm pretty sure.
Was that when Neymar like stopped the league afterwards?
Losing the league against
in the stands, yeah, I remember that one.
Losing the league
that would kill me because I was like, bro, because Mbappe got a red card in that game. There was like 1,000 chances we didn't score, so that game pissed me off overall. But I don't think that's my top 3. But that one I remember being pissed.
I remember, yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
I think my worst 3. I think Real Madrid's number 1, undoubtedly, easily number 1 for me. Undoubtedly number 1. That one nearly took me to shock. Number 2, sorry, gets.
Real Madrid's probably like based off the reaction I had, like in the game. Real Madrid could be 1. But like Dortmund will always, like I always look back on Dortmund and be like the most like, damn, we really deserve that. Like the Real Madrid, we crumbled. We were the reason for our loss. The Dortmund one, we had to post 7 times over 2 legs, or the woodwork. Like that
You know,
one
I
will
was-
always be like, we
Just-
deserved. We had 3.81 xG in that second leg based off our
Ju- just for emotions and how painful it was to see to know that we could have gone to that final versus Real Madrid. I think I'll put the Dortmund one second, also because it was
Really?
crazy recent. It's either second or third. I have to find another one, but I don't mind putting it third. I'm trying to think. What game?
So Loki, actually, you know what? I might actually have. Loki, I think I might have that Newcastle game at number 2. That game, bro, I still can't. Like ever since that day, I've got an agenda against Newcastle. That's why, like low key, even the Barca one, I'm like, low key, Barca, go smack Newcastle, go smack
Yeah.
Newcastle.
I won't lie.
Ever since that day, I've had an agenda against Newcastle.
I won't lie. I remember I was in Paris for that game,
Oof.
and there was people like I woke up the next morning on the news. Oh yeah, trash cans burned outside of people's. I said yeah, because bro, how 4-1
The thing is, it wasn't a 4-1 game either. Like,
exactly, bro.
and the worst thing is that the problem is that like we sort of fell into every single trope of the English media of like, oh, you guys aren't going to be used to the St. James Park intensity,
Yes, the physicality and all that nonsense.
all that, and we fell right into it.
Oh, bro.
Oh my- yeah,
I
that
was so
that
pissed
2-1
off.
AC Milan game, like in that same group stage season, pissed me off too.
Is that your top 3 though?
Yeah, that's not top 3,
That's
but
not
that
top
pissed me
3.
off
Top
only because of
3
the
in no
4-1.
order is the 2020 final, the Dortmund game, and the Real Madrid game. That's like my top 3 in no order.
Real Madrid number 1. I might have to put. I think Dortmund 2, Newcastle 3, because the Newcastle one, I think I almost broke my hand from that one. So I think genuinely that one, yeah, that hurts because in that same season, like literally 3 weeks later, we lose to AC Milan. So it's like, and that just made me just I thought we were done at that point. I'll be real.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the stats here for the Newcastle game. We had 73% possession. We had 0.93 xG. They had
Was it-
0.94. They had
Who
12
scored?
shots.
What, Lucas
Hernandez.
Lucas
Okay.
Hernandez from
They
a chip
had-
from
they had-
Warren's Emery.
They had
okay,
12
yeah.
shots. We had 11. They had 8 shots on target. We had 2. They had 2 big chances. We had 1. I mean, yeah. So
Yeah, I think that-
Marquinhos made an error, led to goal. I mean, Donnarumma had 5 saves, 4 goals conceded. Lucas Hernandez scored. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝘼 got the assist. I mean, our lineup wasn't great either. We had Donnarumma goal, Lucas Hernandez at left back, Skriniar, Marquinhos as the 2 center backs, Hakimi on the
Ugh.
right. We played a 4-2-3-1. We played 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝙄𝘼𝑃𝙎 as the double pivot. I mean,
we had a four-man attack. We had
Ugarte.
we had Gonzalo, we had Mbappe, we had Dembele, and we had Colomani as our 4-man attack.
yeah, we were not helping ourselves with that dog shit
Dembele almost
formation.
scored.
Bruno Guimaraes got man of the match on FOTMOB.
You know, for that, maybe that Newcastle goes up. And honestly, I remember I was livid. Actually, I wasn't even livid after the Atleti game. I wasn't livid. I was like, you know what? I was saying PSG
Bro,
getting knocked out of the Champions
We
League.
had 30 shots in that second leg against Dortmund. 30 shots, 3.25 xG.
I would never forget Warren's miss to the post.
Oh.
Mbappe's one too, where it bounces and he sideswipes it and it bounces.
Nah,
to
at
the
that point,
crossbar.
I knew we were
Yeah.
losing. But the Warren one,
He should have.
Yeah,
he should have buried that.
I
Yeah.
said what?
The Nuno Mendes one too,
Yes, outside the
and the
box.
Vitinha
On
one.
the post.
Yeah.
Yes,
The Mbappe
crossbar.
one in the first leg, and the Hakimi one in the first leg too.
Oh, the double
in the
post.
same sequence, bro.
Yeah.
Like how? Like, bro. And then if
Yeah,
Hakimi, I don't know if it was Hakimi crosses it back in, Mbappe just needs to get a tiny bit.
And then
of his head.
Fabian Ruiz's miss. Dembele had a big miss in that leg too. We could have won the
Dude.
UCL that year, man. We'll never know. Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into the 7th episode of the Extra Time FC podcast. I'll make sure to leave the link in the description to all our social medias down below. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and like. And we'll see you on the next episode.